What's going on, everybody? So we got the 66 Chevelle Malibu here. About to start doing the work on it. Pretty much a full tune-up. And yeah, it's gonna be another video in the dark. We'll start off in the dark, and then it'll be day, and then probably dark, and then day again, and then dark again before I get all done with it. Got it up on the ramp. It's gonna jump under there and see what's up with this starter grinding. Got all our parts here. So loosen the headers up so I can get to this bolt right here a little easier. And this thing's got a bunch of washers, I believe, because these bolts are like stock starter bolts, and this is a mini starter, so it's shorter. But what I'm gonna do, since I got all them washers in there, is just take one of them out and put it from right here to up there. That way it moves the starter in closer to the flywheel because it's grinding. I ended up digging around a little bit and finding a couple shims, so I put one on the inside bolt closest to the oil pan, and I'm about to crank it and see if it's any worse or any better. It's a little better. It ain't grinding during the start, it's just grinding when it starts up. So I've been trying to get this starter shimmed right, and the best I can get it is to where it ain't grinding when it's turning over, but it'll grind as soon as it fires. I've shimmed it every way possible except for shimming the gear out, but I don't have no shims for that, so I'm going to try one of these different starters I got here and see if one of these will work. I'm going to test this little guy before I waste my time to put it on. All you got to do that. Ground the starter out, hook your hot wires up for your solenoid and your power to the battery. It works. Got the starter swapped. Works perfect. No more grinding. I didn't even have to shim it. Change the oil real quick. About to do a little bit of work on the Chevelle here. I ain't been able to work on nothing for 2 or 3 weeks. I've been taking care of some other business, but got a little bit of time here today. Go ahead and see what I can get done. Also, I got 2 of these action cameras like this and one like this. They're all kind of cheaper. I got a laptop, so once I get some suction cups, SD cards, and figure out how to work it all, some better videos will come. But put the oil filter on, got one of the valve covers off. Like always, I was fooling around with something else and wanting video on it, but looks pretty clean in there. Pretty clean in the valve cover, but unfortunately this quart gasket is tearing, so I gotta scrape all that crap off. Got it all off. Alright, you can see under this valve cover on the driver's side, it's got a little copper stuff on the inside of the valve cover. I'm betting that's probably whoever put the motor together copper coated the head gaskets, and then the stuff just come off. Some of it come off and got mixed in with the oil. Everything cleaned up, valve covers cleaned up, got the gaskets ready to go on. Luckily you got studs in these things. Both valve covers on. Now I'll figure out what I'm gonna do next. Daylight again. About to get started on the Chevelle here. Think I might do the carburetor. Go ahead and rebuild it. Before I do the carburetor, I'm gonna take these header gaskets out and coat them with some of this copper gasket while it's nice and sunny. The carburetor off. See if any of that old gas is still in this joker. Yeah, that stuff don't look too good. Pull this bottom one out so we can see what this gas looks like. Oh yeah, that looks real good. seems to be a little bit stuck. Got the bowl metering block off, but the daggone thing is stuck pretty good, so I got to get something to stick between that little crack. But I just stuck this scraper in between the two and shoved it in there like that, and they broke apart pretty easy. Definitely got a little trash in her. Pretty good bit, actually. I've already showed some footage before on rebuilding a carburetor when I did one of my C10 over there. So I'm just going to get this one apart, clean it up, put it back together, and then catch it. Got your base gaskets, got your power valves to choose from, got your accelerator pumps, all your little pins and clips and stuff, your needle valves, your meter and block and bowl gaskets, and then like your ring style gaskets and stuff. Carburetor all back together. Cleaned up a little bit on the outside. It was real nasty inside and out. Yeah, all this crap here is black crap was on that carburetor. So I think I might try to clean this intake up a little bit. Intake all cleaned up. Don't look too bad for a quick little cleaning on it. Carburetor on. Looking pretty good. Got the plug wires ran on it. Now about to gap the plugs and stick them in. What you got, boy? Where's he at? Went ahead and loosened up the headers on each side. Give me a little more room to work with. Change my plugs. Plus I gotta change the header gaskets anyhow. These header gaskets have seen better days. And these kinds suck too, because you can't just put a bolt in on each end like I got here. One on each end. And then set the gasket in there like so. And then just put the center bolts in. With these, you gotta put the gasket in there, try to hold the header, and put the bolt in all at the same time. But if you want an aggravating header gasket, buy the kind like this. You can take and cut it like I've done here. Then you can just slide it in there, or you can just buy the gaskets that's already made like that and be done with it. Finally dried. Takes these things forever because this copper spray stuff is tacky as hell. Also got all the new plugs in. See, you can't do that with these style. These style, you'd be still sitting there trying to fight it, hold the bolt and all that, and hold the headers all at the same damn time. Drops right in. Couldn't get a socket on that back one, but I got me one for 1/4 inch drive and finally got it to fit on there. So now I can finally get that back one to tighten up. That was what was holding me up. Alright, that was a little bit of damn work to tell you the truth, but got the headers all tightened back up. I'm gonna do these plug wires and I might try to fire this thing up, see how she runs. I'm inside here in my little goodie cabinet. Get some black zip ties. Got any shorter ones in there. Getting low on stuff in there. See if I can fix these plug wires up a little bit and make some baller ass separators. Alright, so far that's what I got going on with my separators. Obviously they ain't done. If anybody's wondering how you do this, you just take one zip tie, wrap it around all the plug wires you want to separate, and then you just put one in between each one and hook it back together, and do that on each one, and then you can adjust them to get them how you want them, and then just tighten it all up and snip the ends off. Got the wires done, looking better than they did. It's not 100% perfect, but them wires are long as hell, and then this one right here, number 7, is short as hell. I don't know, don't make no sense, but got a little bit of gas here, about to fill the carb up. most part. Idling a little bit high, but I just rebuilt the carburetor, so that's to be expected. Everything looks good. I don't feel anything leaking just yet. I ride them down a little bit. Starting to warm up. Still got some adjusting to do on the carburetor, but it is a lot more responsive now. I got a little tuning to do on it because it's got a little stumble. Might drive it down the road, I don't know. It's getting dark on me. I gotta go meet the boy that owns this car to get some money to get the starter. So that'll be what I'm gonna do next. I don't know how long this is gonna be, so this might be the end of this video. Might be a part 2 to this of me doing the starter, and I gotta do the belt, line the belt up, and just a few other little odd and end things. So this may be part 1, or maybe a part 2. If so, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Later. Yeah, I also gotta pull these hinges off and weld up that little crack right there. Cracked on each side. As you can see, that's not lined up. Tail lights not working. I got new headlights he wants me to put in it. So yeah, it'll probably be a part 2.